Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's meetup, The Heist, an offensive security hands-on demo. We are so excited to have you all follow along one of our own OSCP Bootcamp instructors, Puneet Singh. Before I give a little bit of background on who we are at Evolve Security, I want to remind everyone that in order to access the lab, you need to register in Cyberlab. So once you register, go to the free courses and then enroll in the Heist, an offensive security hands-on demo meetup. And I have put that link in the chat box. So if you have not done that yet, please do that now. And then you will be able to access the lab and connect your virtual machine. Puneet will also walk you all through this as well. And now just some quick information about us. So Evolve Security is a technical cybersecurity services firm. We are dedicated to helping businesses improve their cybersecurity posture where they are the most vulnerable. We provide services including network and application penetration testing, and even cybersecurity staff augmentation. We are also a cybersecurity academy. We offer a 20-week live online cybersecurity bootcamp. We provide a holistic approach to cybersecurity education. We deliver hands-on lab-based learning and thorough job preparation training to help you successfully transition into the field of cybersecurity. So we just started our June session, but we are now accepting applications for our remote August session that starts classes on August 9th. Also, our first OSCP Bootcamp is now in full swing. As one of only 3 authorized training partners with offensive security, our new bootcamp will provide you with the most comprehensive OSCP training available on the market. Students will advance their pen testing skills through a blend of live online instruction, lab tutorials, and custom lab environments inspired by real-world situations. Enrollment also includes access to the PWK course, including all labs, videos, PDFs, and exam voucher. We are now accepting applications for our next OSCP Bootcamp cohort, which begins on August 16th. So if you are interested in applying or have questions about any of the trainings we offer, please feel free to reach out to our admissions team for more information. And now to wrap up this introduction before handing it over to our host, just a bit of housekeeping. We will have the Q&A box open for this event, and because this is a demo, please do not be afraid to ask clarifying questions or ask for a step to be repeated in either the chat box or the Q&A box. And you're also allowed to drop any questions related to offensive security that you have for Puneet in the Q&A box as well. And like I mentioned, the chat box is open for all of you to help each other out during this lab, but questions for Puneet must go through the Q&A box. As a reminder, we are recording this event and it will be available by the end of the day today on our Evolve Security blog. The lab will also be accessible until Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So that is all I have for today. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to our host, Puneet Singh.
Thank you, Amanda. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Evolve Security. Here today, I am the host for this meetup, The Heist, an offensive security hands-on demo. Before going forward, I will just do a quick check. Is my audio okay, Colleen?
Yes, you're good to go.
Thank you. Perfect. Thanks a lot. Okay, let me just set up the screen so that you all can have view what I am doing right now. Okay, is my screen okay?
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Colleen, once again. I'll just set up my QA and chat as well so that I can have a look while we are doing the demo. So yeah, let's begin. Once again, welcome everyone to Evolve Security's meetup, The Heist, an offensive security hands-on demo. For sure, hosted by me, and we are already in the date and the time. Thank you, Colleen, for giving a quick description about this event. Just an overview of what we're going to do. We will learn today an enumeration and find the relevant public exploit. We know there is a big database of exploits available on the internet or on Google. So we have to learn today how to find the specific exploit so that we can use our enumeration tactics and exploit the box. How are we going to do it? We will get the initial foothold using RCE. The folks who are here will know what RCE is. If not, it's a remote code execution. It's let the attacker or an penetration tester to execute any kind of commands in any of the remote systems that we're trying to attack on, or what's our target is. And then, not last but not the least, after we have the RCE, or I'll say a local shell, we will do and perform privilege escalation that will make us an admin or a root, or give us the permissions that we're not supposed to. Okay, a little bit about me for sure. I am Puneet Singh. And here at Evolve, I'm an assistant security engineer. I started with Evolve at around, I'll say, a year ago. I started as an intern, and I loved Evolve that much that I just requested them, man, please, can you give me a full-time? And Evolve was kind enough. They hired me as an assistant security engineer. And here I am. It's almost 6 months now as a full-time, and I'm loving here. And I hope Evolve loves me as well too. Cool. And apart from that, I do like penetration testing on a daily basis. I do it for the clients, for the company, and here and there. And I'm also an assistant instructor at the OSCP Bootcamp. It's going in full-fledged. It's going amazing. We are almost on the last weeks of it. And the next bootcamp is starting next month. You can check out the dates. I think it's 2nd or 3rd week of August, as Colleen mentioned. Where I am, yes, I always at my work desk. I just go to bed in the night because I need some rest as well. What I love to do hacking, but for sure ethically. I do not hack anything that I'm not supposed to. I do it for fun, but still it's ethically. What I want to do, I want to make the IT world completely secure, no malwares, no ransomware, no viruses, nothing. But wait, where will I go? Where will all the penetration testers go? So, I mean, we can make it as secure as possible, but still we need the security researcher to keep it secure for the future. What I am learning next. Okay, I have done my OSCP like 2 months back, and it was really satisfying to complete it. And I'm good, it's done now, but I want to go ahead and do more certifications. Maybe this year or next year, I still have to plan it out. But my long-term goal is like, I want to learn exploit writing. I want to do reverse engineering of the softwares, and then write the code and exploit it, find the vulnerability, and then do it. Exploits are amazing that are available out there on ExploitDB or GitHub. But there is something in me that tells me, Puneet, you can write your own code, you can write your own exploits that will exploit the box, or you will give the access to it. As I just said, I have done OSCP 2 months back. It was really fun. And I hope everyone in this room who has not done it yet, go for it and do it. And you can always take help from Evolve, and we are always there to help. We have a bootcamp, as Colin already mentioned, for it. It makes the task really easy. I code in Python and C. I really love C. I like coding in it, and I'm doing reverse engineering in it. I have done my master engineering in information security, and I graduated in December. It was really a good course. I learned a lot from it. Something different from offensive security, my undergrad was in mechanical engineering. I know a lot of people in this room have came into security from different backgrounds. I even know personally a lot of people. I don't know. In my high school, I have done coding a lot. I loved coding in C++ at that time. I don't know why I took undergrad in mechanical engineering. There was something I wanted to do, but I never loved it. And it's some voice in me that was saying, Puneet, you want to do something different. And then I learned about security, that there's something people can hack, and you're not supposed to, but you can do it. So from there, I transitioned into security, and now here I am. Then yes, something fun activity that I'm doing this summer is like inline skating. I love rollerblades. I like doing skating in there, but I've never tried inline. So that's what I'm going to do next. And if in this room, anyone has any tips or anything for me, please drop into the chat or anything. Jokes apart, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Here's my link, and here's my email as well. I'm not very much active on Twitter right now, maybe in some time, in some years. That's a little bit summary about me, what I do, what I am, and some fun activities that I like to do. Before going forward, are there any questions for me? Anything you want to share, want to tell? Any problem with the audio, my background, my video, anything? I'll also keep on looking at the QA and the chat in the meanwhile. Cool. Okay, so as we are here gathered to do a hands-on lab, I will recommend everyone to please confirm that you have access to this page. This is a very important part where should have access to it. When you will click on it, you will see something like this. You can just close this tab from here if you don't need it anymore. I'll just take like 30 seconds, sorry. So to see if everyone has access to this, and then I'll go forward. I'll give a quick demo, like what Cyberlab is all about, how you can use it, and how it will be helpful for the demo today. And where are the labs, where you can find your machines, how you can start or stop them if required. Okay. Oh, great. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Here it's the heist. So it's the time to plan the heist. We're not doing on any bank or anything like that. I hope you know from where this is coming. But we are gonna attack on a machine. That's what we're here for. Put on your daily mask and let's go for it. When you're on this page, click on Start Lab. You will see something like this with your name over it. If not, if you're having some issues, please send a message in the chat and maybe someone with the team can handle it. And I hope everyone will have access to it. Then if you click on the settings tab, you will see two machines over here. Linux machine, that your attacker's machine that we're going to use to attack. And this is the target machine, the heist. You should have both the IP addresses over here. This is the IP address for a target machine, and this is our attacker's machine. You may need to click on this connect virtual machine. If you have not done it, you have to click on this connect virtual machine, and then it will give you a small pop-up. You might have to like log in again over here. And when you log in, you will see your small, snapshots of the screens that's going on. If not, if you're still having some problem with connecting to the machines, there's a small hack that there is another page that we provide. The link to that page is control.cyberlab.evolvesecurity.com. I repeat, it's control.cyberlab.evolvesecurity.com. You can go to this page. You can see you will have two machines attached to it. One will be the heist, that's a target machine, and then the Linux, that's your attacker machine. You will have some actions over here. Right now, my machine is running, so it's already in the active state. You can say it will be the start or reset or something. Do not hit reset now. You don't need it. Just do like start over here. Thank you for sharing the link in the chat. Okay. I again repeat, please follow along with this demo. It's a very good machine. I hope you learn a lot from this. It covers RCE, it covers privilege escalation, and I start a recent learning machine that we have already done, then start the target machine that we have done. We have taken the IP address as well from here. Then please follow along. Yes, I highly recommend please follow along. Do not hesitate to ask the questions. I hope this was more interactive, like everyone was sitting in front of me, we could interact, talk, and you can raise your hand and ask the questions and make it more fun activity, just like I'm just looking at the screen right now. But it's fine, we are still here, we can learn, and hope this COVID thing goes out really soon, and we can back in single big hall, sitting like hundreds and 200s of people, and we are doing this kind of sessions more and more. But for now, you have the chat, you have the Q&A. Please ask questions. I will keep on looking at over the QA and the chat again and again, like 15 to 20 minutes. If not, Colleen, please help me out and speak out if I miss anything. And here we will put in the flags once we attack it or we hack it. A little demo of the machine that we have. So here you can see this is the pop-up button. So you can pop out your terminal into a new tab, and you can just type it over here. If you want a desktop, we have it as well. So click on the settings, desktop, and then pop it out. Just give some seconds. Oh, maybe I'm using it over here. That's fine. Just in the terminal. Let's see if this works now. Okay, yeah. So the desktop is just one, they're TTYs. So the GUI only runs on one of the TTY, and terminals are like 4 or 5 TTYs. So that's why you can only use GUI version of any of the, either it's Ubuntu, Linux, or I don't know about Windows that much. So, but it's just the GUI is available only in one TTY. So you have something like this on your screen now, and here our lab that we are going to. That's the terminal. I have my terminal here as well. Just move this out. And here the instances if you need, and I'll just close this one. Cool. Now, if you want to copy and paste something into Cyberlab that you're typing, so what you can do, you can just hit a combination. It's if you're on a Mac system or a Mac keyboard, I'll say, just use like Shift, Control, and Command. So this little clipboard will pop up. Whatever you will type over here, it will be pasted into your Cyberlab, and vice versa. If you want to copy something from a Cyberlab outside, then you can just do it similar way. Just hit Shift, Control, and Command. If you're on Windows, you're on a Windows keyboard, just hit like Shift, Control, and Windows key, the Windows button that I have, the logo. And you should have the same pop-up. And when you want to remove it, just hit it again, and it will be gone. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ryan. So your password for this will be Cyberlab, everything in lower caps, lower letters, Cyberlab, and the reverse of your name. So like for me, it's Puneet. So if you do like the reverse of it, it will be TEENUP. So Cyberlab and all the reverse of my name. A simpler example, if your name is Bob, it will be like Cyberlab and then BOB, vice versa. It's one and the same thing. Okay. What else do I have to cover? Check my notes in the demo. We have done the terminal, we have done the desktop. Oh yeah, now the time is to make notes as well. So whenever doing a box, either even if you're doing in a real-time engagement, you're doing for a client when you're a penetration tester, or even if you do it for practice, you're doing a box to learn how you're, sharpen up your skills. Always keep notes. You can use OneNote, you can use Zoplin, you can use Word document. There are n number of options available out there right now. So whatever you're comfortable with. I use OneNote for my work. I use Joplin for my personal work. I use Word as well. So it goes here and there. You can just use whatever you're comfortable with. But please, I highly recommend, do not stop making notes. Either in old days, in my when I was not in my old age, I'm still young. In my old days, I was like in the school time. I used to make notes with hand, so like write in the paper, and I used to have like big notebooks by the end of the year when I'm done with the school, because I love to make notes, handwritten notes, I'll say. That were like, when you write something, you remember it at the same time as well. But now with advancement technology, you can do the same thing with the computers. So you can just use either of the, OneNote again, or whatever you like, Joplin, and even I know there are so many people out there. You can just give your ideas in the chat as well. But please make notes. Okay. What else? What else? I think we're good. Oh, sorry about that. Let me check the chat and the Q&A real quick and see if there are any questions. If not, we can go further. Okay. Cool. Looks like everything has access to it. Everyone has access to the machines. You should have a Cyberlab. You should have this. This is optional. You want it, it's fine. If you're having struggle, then just keep it open. You should be fine. We have like tested this with more number of students that are working at the same time. It's like, don't remember, they're like 3 or 4 boot camps were running at the same time. So there were like 150 some students at one time running using Cyberlab. Cool. Are we good to start the heist? You can send like thumbs up, something in the chat or something, or yay, we're excited, something. If you are, I am. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's pumping me up. Yeah, I was just telling Colleen, like, I think 30 seconds before starting the meeting up, like, I'm a little nervous. And she was like, don't be, you do good. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me motivated. Okay. Seems like everyone is okay. Perfect. Now, I have done this box before, but to be honest, I'll just try this box as I'm doing for the first time. I have not seen this box. Either this is, someone has just given me a project. My manager said, hey, you have got an hour. You have to be admin on this. Or I just gave it a challenge to myself. I found this box somewhere on the internet. There are so many platforms where you can try. And I gave it a challenge to myself. Say, Puneet, you have like 1 hour. And if you hack this box in an hour, you got the admin flag, root flag, or the local flag, I'll treat myself with a pizza, something. I can do it. That's me. So I'm doing this box for the first time. I have not seen this. I just know the IP address and the name, the heist, but that doesn't give anything. There are no exploits available on the internet with the name of the heist. Cool. Let's pick up this IP address. That's the thing that we have right now. Copy this thing, go into your Cyberlab. So what I have learned is from my mentors or the people who have taught me a lot, always, this is the IP address. So we can just give it some name. So like you can say, I'll do nano HC hosts all the way down, paste it over here, and then name it something. So let's name it like heist.local. So what this will do, I don't have to remember now my IP address again and again. I'll just type like heist. I'll just type like heist.local and it will directly go to this specific IP address. So I don't have to like remember the IP address again, like the numbers. That's what DNS is all about. Yeah. I'll just save it. Oh, my bad. Okay, so I don't want to save it. I have to be root because this is a very important file which I don't have access to unless I'm a root. Now I'm root. And here as well, I just type the same password, Cyberlab and reverse of the name. Do it again. You can do nano, you can do vim, you can do gedit. I mean, whatever text editor you're comfortable with. Hosts. Let's do it again. Then start local. Perfect. Save the one in a different name? No. Okay, perfect. Is the zoom okay? Is everyone okay to see? Like, do you want me to like zoom in or zoom out something? Or it's completely fine? Zoom in a bit. Okay. Let me see if I can do from here. Or I have to do it from here. Preferences. Okay, let me see. Terminal margin, no transparency. Where I can do it from. Is there something else? Where I cannot click anywhere now. Okay. Oh, I see. My bad. It's so camouflaged over here. Okay, it's better. I hope it is now.
That
It's
looks
better
great.
for me.
That looks
Thank you.
great.
Okay, it's better for me as well now. Okay, so I'll just redo it for if because it was a little zoomed out. So I just did nano Etsy hosts. I typed my or just pasted my the IP address, hit tab, and then not again, just hit tab and then heist.local. You can name it anything what you like, but heist.local is a common one. Cool. Now, whatever I'll do, if I suppose the first thing that as a penetration tester that we do, or even you're doing I'm not saying attacker, that's kind of a negative word, but yeah, if you're a penetration tester, so you can just do like Nmap, and when you do type like heist, oh, that's not auto completing it. Never mind. So if you do like heist.local, it will like automatically resolve the name and give you the output of the Nmap. We'll come to this step by just showing the importance of what was heist.local. And if you are still struggling with pasting and everything, just do like Control Shift this and it will work. Control Shift in the command. Okay, let's start it now. We have the IP address, we're going to attack it. Now, you have the IP address. The first thing you want to know is what are the services that are running on the IP address or on the machine. And you can know this only by using Nmap. Nmap is a very common and very important tool that we all should learn. There are n number of flags in the Nmap itself that we have to go over it. There are good cheat sheets available out there. You can just type in the Google like cheat sheet Nmap or just Nmap quick tips or tricks, and you will get a bunch number of links over there. But the one that commonly are used, or even I will recommend that should be used, like Nmap-sc-sv -O and -OA, and then let's name it. Or wait, before that, let's make a directory so that everything is inside our directory. So we don't have to like go over in there or anything. Perfect. And I'll also see if I have gedit over here. Do I have it? Do I have leaf pad? No. Okay, no worries. Okay, so now I'll just retype the command nmap -sc -sv -O -OA and then heist nmap and then the machine. Now I'll explain what are all these. -sc and -sv -O OA. So -OA, this is like output in all formats. So nmap like formats in output in 3 like Zmap, Gmap, XML, and Nmap itself. So I want that it should print everything in all the 3 formats. And then O is for operating system. So if you want to know the operating system of what your machine you're targeting, you have to use this flag. -sc and -sv are there for like banners. Like if suppose port 22 is open. So what kind of service is running on port 22? What is like, is it OpenSSH or it is any other kind of service? Or then what is the version of it? And then grab the banners of it. Like whenever we log in into SSH, we get some of the text or the message or the, the day message. So we will get everything from the banners using SC and SV. These are the flags. Now there's one very important flag as well. That's -p-. I do not use it with all these flags. The only reason is it's good to use all those in the combination. The only reason is like it a little bit slows down the scan. So what I do is I just scan -p- separately. And if there are some ports that are not shown in the initial list, I'll just use -p, use those port numbers, and then use all these flags. So it makes the scan a little bit faster. I'll show it right now if there will be any of the open ports. So -sc, -sv, -o, -oa, and the name of the file you want to save it and your target. It's going to take a little bit of time. We have already seen some of the options here. So there's 135, 139, 445, 2121, 2222, 3389, and some of the high ports. Now, you all, or maybe some of you might be already familiar with it, like what's 135, 139, 445. When we see this, the first thing that clicks in the mind is maybe there's SMB, maybe there's something, maybe it's Windows, and maybe someone has like, changed the flag, or maybe it's 3389, but it's not our desktop, it's something else running on 3389. That's why it's important to use these flags and capture the actual services running on the target machine. Oh, I forgot one thing. We can also use V and V to increase the verbosity. So it's like give you more content. So you can like use -VVV in the flag itself in the first command, or you can just like hit V when your command is running, so to increase its verbosity. Let me check it's correct typing. Yeah, 10, 50, 155, 18. Okay. It's doing something. It's running the scans. Let's give it some time. Okay, I have the flag. I have the scan output now. If I do ls, so you see, I have heist nmap z nmap, then I have .nmap, then I have XML. The mostly that are used like just nmap. I don't know. I've never used XML, but if you want to share the scan with someone, you can just share the XML one. Okay, let's see what scan came up with. It's 135 MSRPC, RPC, Windows, everything is Windows. It's saying it's Windows 2008, R2, 2121. There's free FTPD running. That's good. Then SSH is also running. So see, there's something different. We know FTP runs on 21 by default. SSH runs on 22 by default. But maybe the one who created the box, I know who he is. And here, this just changed the port numbers. So it's like we only do SSHD, but the by default port is 22. So to make it like more difficult, or maybe make it like, how to hide your things or hide the work that you're doing. You don't want the attackers to see what support you're running on. They kind of like hide it, but Nmap does a great job in finding all the other ports as well. Then we have, I missed something. We have 3389. Looking at the output, it looks like it's running our desktop. And then there we have some high ports. Something. All good. Okay. Let's see with nmap -p-. And let's see what we come up with now. Let's see if there's something different or all good in the chat. How to get to root access. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's wait for this to complete. And oh yeah, we can also do it like just from here as well. So if you do like nmap, instead of just you don't want to use the desktop over there, you can just type the IP address like that's 1055.155 and it's 18, I guess. Yep, that's 18. Oops, my bad. So nmap is always the first tool that we need to use. If you are having some issues with connecting them to the target machine, what you can do, just like hit here, you can just hit the reset from here if you want to do it. Let's see what's in our -p-. See, so -p- takes some time. That's why it's always recommended. Like I recommend using it separately with the heist.local. And don't worry, we got a lot of time. The only reason to keep this slot like for 2 hours is because we will just go slow with this box. It's not very much, advanced or very high level kind of a box. It's simple. It covers important things. It needs to be slow so that everyone can get it. That's the only point about it. So we still got like 1 hour, something like 20 minutes. So if the scans take some time, it's completely fine. Okay. Good. It's taking a lot of time. I already have, I need this here. Just pull it over here. Again, it's saying port 21 is open. Okay, I don't need this as well. I can just move it here. $49155. Was it already there in the previous scan? Yep. So that's fine. Nothing new. 4953. Again, something same. Okay. In the meanwhile, we know that it's like Nmap has given us something more apart from it. Like it has given us 135, 139, 445, 2121, and 22. In the meanwhile, the -p is running. Let's see what we can do with this information that we have so far. So Nmap itself has a flag that can search for the vulnerabilities. So what it is like Nmap, it's -and script equal to 1, I guess. So what this will do, this flag will search for the vulnerabilities. So Nmap has its own vulnerability database that's written like, I think it's .nsc, that's what's language is, Nmap scripting engine, something like that. And when you give like heist.local, and then you can just, instead of just scanning all the 1,000 ports, you can just specify, I want to just scan these few ports for the vulnerabilities, because now I know which ports are open. So I can just pick the ports from here, like 135, 139, 2121, 2222. So it will now just scan these ports with the -p flag, and it will just give you the output. Okay, did I miss? I think I missed 445. No, it's not good. Okay, no worries. Anything over here? It's still running. 5985. Is this new? Yes, 5985 is new. So open port 5985. Okay. Let it complete. 2222 already have it. Okay. Script execution failed. Script execution failed. SMB could not find net BIOS name. Okay. No vulnerability false. Could not find net BIOS name. Let's see what's on 445. Let's just use this way. Let's see what it says now. Script execution failed to debug. Okay. There are some new ports, 5985 that's running WS-man. Then there is 47001 that's running WinRM. But something not that I'm looking for. Okay. Always keep in mind, if you think like your box is not working fine, there are options like you can revert it. You might have heard about this word. There is an option you can reset it. And then when you reset it, you will find maybe the scans are faster. Maybe the exploit you're trying to do is running, it's supposed to run, but it's not running. But when you like revert the box or reset the box, it runs. And it has happened with me as well. It's, you know, I don't know why it is. Maybe it's like kind of Windows. When you restart Windows, it somehow it starts working fine. But yeah. Okay, it's again running. And in the meanwhile, we know there was two interesting things, free FTPD and SSHD. Because I've already saved it here, Nmap. So like if I carried out heist.nmap, nmap, I already have it on in my notes. So everything but what I will do is in like heist, and then I'll skip it over here. But I can do one thing. I can just create one node as well right now. Just give me a second. Don't know where it will open. My box isn't working when I try to stop or reset. Okay. Well, that's not good. One second. I'll just stop share for a second. Okay. Let's name it notes. No notes. Let's add a new one. And the heist. Oh, okay, perfect.
Hey, Puneet, are you supposed to be sharing your screen right now?
Yeah, I just stopped share. I was creating the OneNote document, so that's why I stopped sharing.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, can you see my screen now? Again, I mean.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I just created the OneNote, and here I will just give it the names like, okay. OneNote is here and map. So what I can do is I also have it on my on the box, but you should always create the notes with you as well. So I'll just copy from here, which is taking some time. I can copy it from here. Yep. Come on, let me copy it. Let's see if I can scroll down. No. Right. It goes all the way from here to the bottom. Yes, let me copy it. No, it won't let me copy. Okay, let's try this way. This is better. Let's Control Shift copy and paste it halfway. And then let's do the rest of it. It's from here. Okay. I can just arrange it somehow. Okay, perfect. So this is a little bit jumbled, but anyways, I have the notes with me. That's what important it is. Can you see the notes as well? Let me see, where is the chat? It's the QA. And this is the chat. Cool. Now, what I figured, like the scans are taking a lot of time. I'm just gonna reset the box real quick. I'm gonna use this tab, select the heist, and go on actions and reset it. It will just reset the lab instance for me. It will take a couple of minutes, not even minutes, a minute, I guess. It will just say resetting, and it should do it. I'm not very much satisfied with the results outputs. So it's always good to do it whenever you're feeling something like that. Okay. In the meanwhile, will the labs be available after the Zoom ends? I want to work on it later today. Yeah, you can. These labs will be available till February. Oh, what I'm saying, Friday. It will be available in Friday or Saturday, I guess. Colleen or Randy.
Yeah, it's going to be Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Let me see if my box is ready now. It's creating. It is ready. Now, probably I'll have the different IP. So I'll just copy it and go over here. And I'll do the same step what I did. I will go into nano, etc hosts, and go over here. Sorry about that. And a new IP. Control X, I want to save it in the same file name, hit enter, there you go. Cat, etc hosts, not host, it's hosts. Okay, let's redo everything. Nmap, I already have the commands. So you see how it's helpful is this keeping the name in the etc host. I don't have to type the IP address again. I already have the command. I can just rerun it. And I can or OA and new Nmap. You never know, maybe you may need the previous scan results as well. So it's always to keep the older and the newer scans every time. You can delete it and remove it anytime once you're done with your engagement or with the box, but it's always good to keep all the history and the, all the scans that you have done so far. In the meanwhile, let's do just this. Okay, 539455369. Yeah, you see 3306. That's something different that was not coming in the previous box. That's why it always needed a revert. So do a revert or a reset whenever you feel like, or it's not giving you the correct output. The scan results are not accurate. It's giving you errors. It's taking a lot of time to respond. Your exploit is not working. Just run it. Then we have 3389 that we had already, 8088, something new. Cool. 49952, 493, 456. That's we already have. Okay, perfect. Okay, 2121. Yes. I have my scan results here as well. Let's zoom it. Okay. So 2121 is running free FTPD 1.0. Now, what will be my next step? I have the Nmap scans. I will copy this, go to Google and say, hey, Google, please tell me something about free FTP 1.0, what it is. It's a kind of FTP service that's obvious. We can understand from the name. Maybe it's open source. That's why they have named it free FTP. But there's something that I'm looking is like free FTPD 1.0 username overflow. I just put like free FTP 1.0 and Google is telling me, go and search for the exploits. Go and search for the exploit on the GitHub. There is a vulnerability available for free FTP 1.0. So just you see free FTPD username overflow. Maybe this is a vulnerability that I can exploit and get access to this machine. It says MSF. We can use MSF console or Metasploit for this. What else? It says download free FTP. I already have it. Thank you, but I don't want it. It says free FTPD user remote buffer overflow. Okay. It's available in exploit DB, and there's a free FTPD remote user buffer overflow that can give me some access, I guess. Okay, it's a shell code. I have to create my shell code. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, free FTPD password remote buffer overflow. So there is one username buffer overflow as well, and then there is one password buffer overflow as well. So it seems like free FTP 1.0. Okay, so this is 1.010. This is a different version, but seems like free FTPD is quite vulnerable, and I hope they already have like updated it. Oh, so it's 2013. It's a pretty old one. Okay, let's see. Is our scan complete? Yes, it is. Do we have the new results? Yes, we do. We have all the outputs. 3389 is there. 3306 is running MySQL. That can be interesting because it's running MariaDB on it. Then 8088 is, oh, HTTP service. Oh, I didn't realize we don't have HTTP service on it, but now do we have it? Okay, something interesting. Welcome to XAMPP, and there's a dashboard. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'll go to these two services later. I just want to focus on this. So what the tactic or the strategy that I follow is I spend like 5 to 10 minutes on one specific port. If it's like kind of outstanding from all the other ports, I spend 5 minutes and 10 minutes researching on enumerating about the specific version or the service that's running. And when I keep on doing it, if I feel like this can be exploitable, and I just keep it in my notes. I don't exploit it right away. I just keep it in my notes or in my thoughts. Okay, this is exploitable. I can do it. And then I switch to the next port, do a little bit of enumeration, and then which one suits more comfortable, or not even I will say comfortable is a word here, like which it's always like when you are a little bit, you keep on doing the boxes. You have done like so many boxes in the past. It comes like, you understand it. Okay, this is more relevant, or this seems like that can be exploited right now. You should try all the ports and all the available options, but you have to choose one. So from looking at all the list, you can pick, okay, let's try this one first, then try that one. But I always spend like 5 to 10 minutes on enumerating for that specific service or the version that's exactly running. Right now, I'm doing for free FTP. And after that, I already did for SMB, but there was nothing interesting that Nmap was able to find. But maybe I can go back to it later. And there was one more, 2222. Oh, where it is? Is it gone? Is it not there? It's there. Oh, here it is. So 2222. And it is running. We only do SHD. What's this? I've never heard of this thing. Copy. Selection. Remote authentication bypass right away. I have not written exploit. I have not written anything. It's right away showing me remote execution authentication bypass. You never know. Maybe this is something. Also, they have given me a valid username or anything you can imagine. So maybe I have to brute force the usernames for it. Okay. Maybe I'll do it this later. I don't want to like DOS my target machine right now. Maybe this is a production. You never know. You're the client or the engagement that you're on don't want the server to go down when you're testing it. So why just do like brute force right away? Yeah, if nothing else works, you cannot find any other vulnerability. You can try it. I'm okay for right now. I have other options that I can check out. Okay. Cool. Let's go back. There was 8088. Here it is. Here it is, 8088. Let's go to the web service. Open your web browser. You can find it over here. Is it coming up? No, I know it will give 2. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, so go back. Heist. So again, you don't have to type. Okay. Can someone tell me in the chat why I'm not able to access it? Anyone in the chat? Why it says like it's running a web service, but I cannot access it. Anyone? Port in the URL. Okay, I know, but I was not. Okay, it's fine. It was not you who was supposed to answer this, but anyways. So yeah, 8088. Even our Nmap scan gave us the output. Here it is. I saw it somewhere. It says dashboard. If I remember correctly. Yeah. So here it is. The Nmap scan says it right away. Heist.local 8088 and dashboard. It was silly me that I was just going on no port, because by default our HTTP service is supposed to run on port 80, HTTP service, and HTTPS service is supposed to run on 443 that the browser knows. So whenever I type heist.local or any of the IP, it will just go on port 80. But my service on the target machine is running on port 8088, and it's going to dashboard. That's it. I have it. But this is just XAMPP. This is application FAQs. Now, when you have a web service, enumerate it as much as you can. Okay. Yes, those ports are not open anyways, I guess. No, the port. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just the machine. Just reset it. Hit a reset button. That's what I did. So if I go back over here, click this. So if you, I will not do it again. I've done already once. So if we click at reset, oh, I did it. I was hoping for a pop-up, but anyways. So see what just happened here, just reset it and it will reset your machine. And if you're not getting the port numbers, you will get it. I did the reset it, but I can redo it. I cannot redo it. I got in a bit late. We are here, no worries. Take your time. Which IP are we on now? So you will have your own IP. If you go, okay, let's just go back a little bit. If you go by settings, you will see the IP address over here, the highest. This is your attacker's machine. This is the target machine. And they should be in the running condition. Probably this is not really working now. Cool. Don't do my mistake. Don't click reset if you don't want to. I did it. Anyways. Yeah, thank you, Ramandeep. If you're using -p-, you can get rid of -sc. It's just like it slows down, nothing else. That's what I feel. Is it resetted? One second. Any other interesting questions that I have to answer here right now? Okay. Colleen, all good in the questions? Anything? No. Okay, I have the new IP. Let's just go into nano. Let's do this again and again. Okay, all good. Let's see if we have 480. Not this. Heist.local. That's weird. Where are my other ports? Let's see if 488 is open. Oh no, it says it's closed now. What about port 3306? It's closed again. Why it's asking for so many resets today? I need all the ports there, not just some of them. Or maybe just give it some time. The service to pop up. The port number sometimes takes a little bit of time to come up. The service is running on the target machine at the back end. And you can just wait for a couple of seconds. If not, then just reset it. That's it. Here are my Nmap scan. Let's add here something more for the time being. Okay, there was port numbers that are open. So there is 2121, there is 2222, there is 8088, there is 3306. What else was there? And 3389. Oh, 3389 over there. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Copy, go back to my box. Let's do Nmap real quick. See. Let's give it some time. Okay, who else is there's a lot of people having such issues with the Nmap not coming 8088 or 3306? Yep. They're just increasing the security. It's correct, Ramdeep. But I'm gonna hack it anyways today. Let's see. 8088. It's still closed. There's one more thing. What I remember is like port knocking that we say. So if some services, let me see how I can explain it better. Port knocking. Port knocking. It's method of externally opening ports on a firewall, generating a connection. Yeah, so like this, as you can see, in one of the scan, I've seen 8088 is open. In another scan, I see 8088 is not open. Then similar, like 3306 is open, 3306 is not open. I mean, it's going a mess around there. So what you can do is like, you can try knocking the ports to the firewall. Maybe the firewall is blocking it. So maybe it will help you see. Now the port is open. Now both 3306 and 8088 are open. So it's just like if you keep on knocking the ports, like you do like something like this. So Nmap is trying to reach to that service 8088, but maybe the firewall is blocking it. And then firewall is trying to reach out to that port, and somehow it gets open. The firewall says, okay, it's open, but I cannot reach it to you. So when you keep on knocking over it, it's just like knocking on the door. Hey, are you in there? If you're in there, can you say hello? And here it is. So now you have port 8888, 8088, 3306. And similarly, now I cannot see port 2121. So we can do the same thing for this as well. So it says closed 2222. Maybe it will come up in a minute. That's fine. And now I can just add this IP again back to copy selection, my Etsy hosts. Any questions on port knocking, on why is this mess going around due to the ports that some are open and some are not? Your port is showing red on HTTP. Yeah, that's correct. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just, it's just maybe the service at the HTTP is taking some time to run in the backend. That's what's happening over there. Okay, cool. Not spending much of the time, let's go ahead. We were already on port 88 that we were researching, and we went to the web browser. It's already open, is it? No. Web browser, go to heist.local and the dashboard. Now, when you have a web service, whenever you're having a web service running, always enumerate. Click on all the links possible, all the the web pages that are available, view the page source, and I mean, as much as information that you can gather it and put it in your notes. So right now I'm just trying to see, I'll just do spidering. You can say, you can use it, a burp suite if you're familiar with it. You can use other automated tools. There is what's that of It's an open source. It's similar to Bob. I'm just forgetting its name. I'm not used it in a while. If someone in the chat knows it, please tell. It's a similar tool to Bob. It just does the spidering and all the scans. It's open source. Zap. Thank you. Thank you, Vincent. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Thank you, Ron. It's OS Zap. That's the tool. You can use it as well. And then how to guides. It's just like the default page of XAMPP that's giving you Apache, MariaDB, PHP, and PHPMyAdmin, and something like that. Okay, it's taking some time. Yeah, it's the service that's at the back end that's a little bit funky. It's taking some time. Now, when we have a web service, what's the next task? We have done the Nmap scan. We have seen all the ports available. We have tried Google over it. We have seen, okay, this is possible, this is not possible. We have free FTPD, we have SSH service, we have a web service, we have SQL. What next? When we have web service, there are more things to do that you have to do on it. Not just Nmap. What are the other tools that can be used? We have to do directory brute forcing. We have to use a tool called Nikto to look for the common vulnerabilities out there. So my next task will be, first I'll go into Heist. I'll see I have all the scans. I'll do Nikto. Let's just see if in the help something is there. And on the other side, I'll do a directory brute forcing. So the tools that you can use for directory brute forcing is like DIRB, D-I-R-B. The other one that I like personally is GoBuster. It's a very good tool. You have word lists already available in Kali Linux. So you can just use those word lists to attack or do a brute forcing for the web service, or the DIRB itself uses a by default. And then there is one more DIRBuster, D-I-R-B, and then the buster. So it's like DIRBuster, GoBuster, and DIRB. There are three different tools to perform directory brute forcing. Right now, I will just use DIRB, and I'll give the exact URL, which is heist.local, and then my port number, that's 8088. I have to spell it right. And now it's running. And similarly, I'll also do Nikto, host, HTTP, and I have Heist. So heist.local 8088. So meanwhile, that's running. Let's see what's going on. Okay, it's running as well. Let me just confirm it's this one. Okay, it's 10:57:28. 157:28. It's correct. I might need to read. Okay, yeah, it's running Heist local dashboard, something over here. It's trying to find out. Let's read on this one. Now it's better. So it's now you can see how it's brute forcing. So from where it's taking the word list, it's taking the word list from user share dirb word list comma.txt. So if I open a new tab, I can show you where you all can manually check these user share. And then, oh, there's so much thing. I'll just go to the exact directory. And now in the user share word list, Kali or Linux usually comes with itself a big list of the, or a database, I'll say a word list. You can also get it from Google. If it's if you don't have it, you can just do like seclists and GitHub. You can either use these. There are many lists available. It's not right. You have to just use this one, but this is what it comes with by default. So then DIRBuster, and then there's one more, I guess. Word list share. What's that? User share. Was it in this one? DIRBuster. Yeah. So either here you can use DIRBuster, list lowercase. So there's a different list as well that can be used. So far, anything? Okay, nothing over here. Okay, there are some 200. So you can also, filter out the output. So right now you can see everything is showing. It's telling me the code is 443. It's not there. Then there are some also 200. That's the output. So I only have to like focus on the 200 ones. So it's saying, okay, it exits. There's PHP my admin that can be interesting, which I already saw over here. When I went to this. Yep. So if it's interesting, let's just see. So when I saw her PHP my admin, you can see when I click when I hover over it, it also shows me the link at the bottom right here. So you can also verify from there. So it's PHP info, PHP my admin, and this is something interesting now. This is not good. This is not at all a security practice. You can give it right away in your report. Just write it, say, what's this? This is not allowed in security. PHP my admin should be secured. You should have a login credentials over it. You should give a username and password so that whenever you have to go to PHP my admin, you have to put your username and password, or maybe if you want to increase the security, you can put MFA, or you can just hide it externally so no one can even see that PHP admin even exists. You can use VPNs, you can use other security features so that it's not visible to everyone, but this is not at all good. But we are good because we're going to hack it. Anything over here? Yes, we are the hackers, but ethical ones. Okay, since we have PHP my admin, let's see what's over here. Again, I'll just keep on enumerating, keep on clicking on the links. There are databases, okay, vote system, test, PHP my admin, performance schema, MySQL. Let's see, there are SQL, there's status, test. What's in test? PHP my admin. That's a lot. I think this is by default, so we don't have to worry about it. This is something outstanding that's different. Okay, nice. This is something cool. So when I click on vote system, I got something like admin, candidates, positions, voters, and votes. If I click on admin, oh, that's so good. That's so good for me. I have a username. I have a hash. I also have another username. Oh, I think these are the same usernames, and I have a clear text password. Now, my next thing is make it over here. Let's make quick notes before going further. And in the meanwhile, you can send the questions if you have anything in the chat. This is a lot. So for the sake of time, I'll just gonna pick up something right now, just to show like how we can make the notes. And then paste it over here. Similarly, I'll go into the Nikto, and it's still running. Nikto takes some time, but I see it's still doing something interesting. So Nikto, you can just keep it running. You can just see what it does and what it finds interesting. But it's going to take some time. I just cropped it out, copied some of it. You can just paste everything in your notes so that you have all the stuff with you. We don't need this, but we need this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here, add a new page, say PHP my admin. Inside PHP my admin, there is a database, which is interesting for me, saying vote system. I have to zoom. And then there's admin creds, which are Berlin, and the user password is this, which I can copy very easily. Copy. Okay, Berlin address hash 99. But next, now I have this vote system. Now, because I have this this information, I can just try going to these the web pages. Maybe it's because it's a PHP my admin, it's a database. So if I just go over here and just type like, let's try with test first. Is there something not found? What else we have in this? There was vote system, right? Then we have PHP my admin that we already visited. We have MySQL, information schema. Let's see MySQL, what it does. we can see, we already feel it, like vote system may work. Vote system is interesting. We have to check it out. But it's good to always try everything. And it is. So vote system is kind of a voting system, which is giving us credits, like sign into your, to start your session. Okay, it says voters ID. Do I have voters ID somewhere? Voters. No voter, no voters ID, no password, nothing over here. Anything in the votes that I can see of? No positions. Okay, there are few positions. Inspector, hacker, hostage coordinator. Okay. Let's see. Let's see something about voting system. Let's see what's in the, oh, not inspect element. Let's check what's in the page source. It's just a normal voting page. Sign in to start the session, nothing different. There are a few links that are going to the JavaScript. Okay, let's Google for it. Voting system. Voting system. No, I don't want to know the voting system. USA. Or maybe it's like vote system. That was the name over here. Vote system. Vote system. Oh, vote system exploit. So maybe there's something related to vote system exploit. Let's just see. Let's just search first without vote system. Let me see what get something. No, I don't want to learn civics or politics right now. Exploit. Okay. File upload RCE. Okay. We are getting somewhere. Now, first step that we did in the during the introduction, first step was enumeration that we are already doing. We're doing n number of enumeration. Then the second one is RCE, that getting the first shell using RCE. So maybe you can think like this is something, we are getting close to it. It's file upload RCE that is giving us authenticated remote code execution. It says authenticated, but do we have authenticate? Do we have creds? Yes, we have creds. We have creds that are Berlin and address #99. But where I have to use it? The question is this. Cannot use it over here. Okay, let's try to read this. It is having an IP address, username we can provide is reverse shell IP, reverse shell port. This is the index page that we are going to provide HTTP ports admin. Oh, that's correct. Maybe this is where I have to do the creds. Let's just do vote system 1.0. Let's just try that. Go back over here and type admin. Do we see anything? Oh, nice. Boom. We have a username and password now. And here, if I use these, Berlin, copy, paste, and copy and paste this as well. That's good. That's amazing. Okay. Any questions? Are we good here? Okay. Seems like everything is going good so far. Let's see. Voting system. In the candidates, we have inspector, hostage and coordinator, negotiator in charge. That's Berlin. I see from where all these are coming now. Now I see why the name is the heist. Okay, positions. Cool. Let's go and use this one now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this exploit. I just click on this download link, save the file on my machine, go back, move it from the downloads and bring it over here. And I don't have the permissions to it. So I'll do sudo bang bang. I need the password. And it's done. Yes, it is. Now I can nano into the file and I can change the threads that are required over here. So I can change the IP address, that is 10.50. It's the password now. 157.28. 157.28. Then I know the creds over here, that's Berlin. And I know over here as well. Oops. Which is this. Copy this and paste it over here. And now I need the IP address of my machine. The attacker's machine. Is it still running? I can stop it now. So ifconfig, this is the target, this is the attacker. So copy, paste. This is the reverse port listener. That's fine. I can listen on 8888. And now, so here one thing, we have to change the port. It's not running on HTTP, that's on 80, it's running on 8088. So what you can do is like, either you can just add one by one over here, 888. That would be a long work, like you have to do it 4 times, or a small hack is like you can just type it over here, like 8088. That will be easier. So it will go all the way right away into the IP. Then you don't have to change every time in these 4 options. Seems like that's everything that I need to change. Going further, looking down, everything looks good. With Control X, let's save it. And let's try this. Before trying it, I should start my listener because I have left my LVNP 8088. Okay. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm starting a Netcat listener on the port 80, sorry, not 88, that's not the port. It's 8888, my bad. 8888, it's the port number, V is for the verbosity, and then it's just listening over it. So listening on anything on port 8888. So if every connection is trying to come to my IP address on this port, it will catch up. And to try that, let's see, Python 3, 49445, hit enter. Okay, start electrical listener. I already did that, logged in, POC sent successfully. Okay. You have to wait. Let's see. Oh, nice. I have the shell. Amazing. That's great. Oh, sorry, it's Windows. My bad. So it's dir. I am in users, public, XAMPP. Who am I? Let's see. Who am I? Who am I? It's taking a little time to run the commands. I'm a professor for sure. If it's the highest, I have to be the professor. So dir, let's go back. Let's go and see what access do we have as a professor. I'll go all the way to the users. I have access to the public directory. dir. Okay, there are perf logs, perform program files. Let's go into users first. We have professor, public, administrator. I know I already have access to public. I should have access to professor, but let's see if I have access to administrator. No, I suppose I don't have access to administrator. So I'll just go into professor, dir, and usually the flags are in the desktop directory of the user shell. So you can just check out desktop. And if you do like dir over here, and there you find the flag. So here's the flag. I don't want to like flash it out on the screen. So here's the flag. You can just check it out over here. So here we are. We are at 1 o'clock Central, and we got a first flag. That's really good. We have done 2 parts. We have done what we have done. We have done enumeration a lot. We have done RCE. And using RCE, we got the first flag. We found a public exploit available out there that's voting system 1.0 that requires authenticated access. And we already provided the username and credentials from the phpMyAdmin, which was left open. There was no security over it. That was a vulnerability. Using those creds, I was able to log into it as well. Plus, I was able to get the user shell. So that's for the first part, or I'll say the half part of the box. Any questions, anything, any discussions at this point before I move on to the previous? Room is open to go discussions now for like 2 minutes, I'll say. Anything, anyone not able to get the flag, not able to understand how I got it, just shoot it. Yep. Yeah, I'll say maybe yes, easy box for now, but it's good to start with the easy ones unless you get the a hold on how to do the box or understand how it can be done. You're not able to connect to the machine. Okay. Yep, I agree. ifconfig is dead. We shall use IP. So yeah, if ifconfig is not working, what you can do is like you can just do IP space A, and it will give you the same output, IP and all. Okay. You can add users. Yeah, you can try that adding users. You can use admin info. So it's the same thing. ifconfig, maybe it's not alias to admin ifconfig. How you find voting system? Okay, sure. I will show you right now. So what I did, are you good with like 8088? How I find the port number? When I found the port number, I went to the 8088 that's over here. So when I saw this, I did enumeration. I clicked on all the links. I clicked over here, phpMyAdmin, which should take me over there in a second. It's too slow. And also I found this phpMyAdmin in my derb directory that made it, more firm that yes, this exists over here. So when I was on phpMyAdmin, it gave me 200. Oh, where was it? There's a lot over here. So phpMyAdmin with the 200. I should have filtered it out at the first. Yeah, so phpMyAdmin. And then when I went over here, where it is, this. Yeah, it popped out phpMyAdmin. Then I checked all these databases that are available. So if I click on databases, you will see a list of databases over there. That's vote system is one of them. And when I clicked on vote system, it said there is a table with the name admin. And inside the name table admin, there were like creds, username and passwords. So there was a username Berlin, there was a hash password as well. And then there was a clear text password as well, which was good for us. Maybe the developer, for the time being, he was thinking like, why do I cannot remember, let's just keep it over here for the time being. And before sending it into production, I will delete this row. But somehow or unfortunately, the developer forgot to delete it, and it's there and we have it, we can use it. So it can be that, it can be a reason, anything can be the possibility why there is a clear text password over here, but we have it. And then when I find voting system, I went to vote system, and I was not able to log in at first because it was not asking for a username and password. It was asking for a voter's ID. Then I went Googled it. I found this exploit for vote system. And in the exploit, it said something like vote system admin. And when I tried that admin, I got another username and password, which I was able to log in with the same creds that I found in PHP admin. I hope that helped, Piyush. That was a like quick summary of what we just read and how I found voting system. Perfect. Okay, I think we don't want to go beyond the time. So let's just go quickly into our next step. That is Prevesk. It's a fun thing, but it's always, I'll say, not difficult, but sometimes it gets irritating when you are not able to get what you want to find, when you're not able to Prevesk, especially for Windows. That was the reason why this box was picked, to do a Windows Prevesk as well. So for sure, the user shell was pretty straightforward. You found the exploit, ran it, changed the things in the exploit on the exploit DB, boom, you got the shell. Now the next part is doing the Prevesk over it. For Prevesk, we have to do a quick enumeration. We have to find system info. There are so many cheat sheets available out there. You can just Google for Windows Prevesk cheat sheet. Okay. And you can use any of them. They're available for GitHub. They're on, even people have like, they have created their own blogs. They have written their websites. So everything available is good to use. But this is taking time. So system info. Okay, it's running, that's fine. So system info is the first command, a very first command. It's similar to like whenever you get a Linux user shell, you do like uname -a, or you do like ID, or you do like lsb release to find out the kernel the kernel version, to find out what are the different users that are available over it, what is the operating system, and everything using these 2 or 3 commands on Linux. Similarly, you can use system info on Windows to get a small brief information about the operating system. Like it says, it is a Windows, it is using x64 based PC, it's Amazon.com, it's an EC2 because it's running on AWS for sure. That's the host name, and that's when it was started. It was originally installed. It was 19th of May, and then today we started again. So yeah, this is the basic information about your system. So what you can use, the first thing you can like just pick it up, copy this, bring it over to your notes, save it over there so that you can use it later on. And there are very good tools available like Windows Exploit Suggester. So what you have to do in those, you just have to like copy this. Oh, okay, let's do it again. Copy over here. Copy, and let's get a new one. Also, do not forget, when you get the flag, do not forget to paste over here. Just paste the flag and check answer, hit it so that we can know how many of you were successfully able to get the first flags. So please do it. Similarly, we'll do for the next flag as well. Okay. So I have my system information over here. We can do like Windows Exploit Suggester. Due to shortage of time, I cannot like show you everything. Like I cannot just run each and every command over there. So, but there are so many things. So that can be done to find out the Windows privilege escalation. So there's like Windows Exploit Suggester. There's one WSENG. Oh, there it is. Windows. This is a good one. This is something like next generation. Everything is open source, so you can use it easily. Just have to run this Windows Exploit Suggester provided the system info file, and you will get something if there will be any vulnerability or any exploit available for the specific system info. Yeah, thank you for WinPeas. Yeah, WinPeas is also a good one. WinPeas, LinPeas for similarly as it's for Linux, it's LinPeas. So it's for WinPeas. GitHub. Awesome. Yep. Nice picture as well. Okay. Let's go back to now. We have system info. Let's do a quick enumeration, like manual enumeration on the box. Again, due to my habit, I'm doing ls again and again. dir, we cannot access administrator. We have to be admin now. So let's go into program files. That's always my first place where I can find something interesting. Always after getting system info or running some important commands from the cheat sheet that you can look. I can also check it into my notes somewhere if I have. Yeah, like you can do host name to find what's the host name that we already saw from the system info. You can do net users if there are like users that are on the shared drive that you want to, like if someone on the same network are able to access the computer, so you can check for the net users. You can also do Netstat. Yep, you can do. So there are no user accounts, only administrator, guest, and professor that we have already seen. You can do Netstat. So this will give you the network status, like if there are any other ports open that we have seen on Nmap. So this can be helpful from there. There is nothing that can be seen, or maybe Netstat. See if this works. Oh yeah, there are some ports open. So here you can see there are like 888.088.43389.3306 that we already seen over there. That's all. Cool. Okay. So these are some of the commands. You can also find a list of the commands out there, even on the cheat sheets that are available. Now, I was going into, stop doing ls. I was going into program files, dir. Okay, in program files, I have Amazon, that's fine, common files, GIFX, Softros, Sandboxy, Internet Explorer, Google, DIFX, Windows NT, Windows PowerShell. That seems like everything is DIFX. This looks something different. And let's see what's in the other file, that is program files x86. Okay, so in this I have AWS tools, common files, Fitbit, FreeFTPD, Google, Windows PowerShell, Internet Explorer, and Windows Mail. Okay. So now I have something different now. I have like FreeFTPD over here, Fitbit. That sounds something unique and different. And then I also have, where was that? DIFX. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna search for these things. So I'm gonna search for DIFX. What is DIFX folder? I'm gonna search for FreeFTPD. And okay, what else do I had over there? Softros system. Okay, this looks even different. Softros. And there's a good hack as well. You can also check out the timeline. So you can see that these were installed recently. Why am I? Okay, these were installed recently. That one 2013. So probably this is a by default file that's available. Windows Mail, that looks common. So, but this Google, maybe someone has like installed Google Chrome, FreeFTPD, it's there, Fitbit. So this is something that sounds different. Okay. Okay, there's a FreeFTPD exploit available. It's on GitHub. This is the one that we already checked out. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what is Fitbit Connect. Fitbit is a, okay, it's for Fitbit. Let's see if there's an exploit for this. exploit Fitbit Connect. Okay, uncoded service path. That looks interesting. We can use this. Okay, it's privilege escalation on the Windows for Prevesk. We can try that one. SCQC Fitbit Connect. Copy this. So what we're gonna do now is I'm just enumerating. I'm just trying to figure out what are the options in my program files, either x86 or program files normal, that can be exploited. Where's the chat? So now I just looked like, okay, this is everything related to AWS. That's fine. They are by default over there. But what's different is like Fitbit, free FTPD. That sounds outstanding over there. So I'm gonna just try over them. I just Googled for it and I found something interesting. That's an exploit available over it. So I'm just following the exploit that says SCQC Fitbit Connect. Let's see if I get something. The system cannot find the file specified. Okay, maybe it's not there, or maybe I can just do like SCQC Fitbit. No, let's do like, what are the other commands? Let me just check in. Where is cheat sheet? Let's try Windows Prevesk cheat sheet. So everything I have in my notes as well. You will see everything available over here as well. You can just do find out the Windows configuration and management information using the command system info as well. It did. You can also use WMIC. You can use who am I, that we have fine. We have done that. We know it. Net user, net local group, and everything like that. IP config. So let's do like VMIC. Let's see what it tells us. No, I don't want this. I don't want the CLI. I can just do exit. I want to run, or let me see my notes if there's something. Okay. WMIC, and how can do help in Windows? Is it like just a question mark? Is it something like this? Or is it like this? Okay, so we need information from here. CD-ROM, boot config, BIOS, everything, port. Okay, so VMIC, and I need system info. Let's see what it says to me. WMIC. Okay, my bad. So I need to find the path of the role, namespace. I don't have a username and password. It's fine. Maybe nothing over here as well. So seems like whatever I have to use is I have to try using from this Fitbit or free FTPD. Is this giving anything to me? Service name. Fitbit. Already check that. Let me see. 1 second. Oops. Okay. Maybe I can do. Okay, let's try doing task lists. That has task is not recognized. SC check. Oh, SC task to check for the schedule tasks. SCH tasks. If there's something that we have in this. Okay, good. That's what we were looking for. So we have so many tasks that are running over here. We have task names here right now. Consolidator, kernel, run full memory. Okay, we have queue reporting, screener's time zone, we have BFE. Okay, so it seems like everything that here right now is almost that's to be like default by default that's there. There's nothing specific or outstanding that we can use for over here right now. What I can think is just like Fitbit that can be used. So Fitbit, that gives me like Fitbit Connect. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to find out where my Fitbit is, and I'm going to replace this Fitbit Connect service if it exists over there, and I will put my own exploit, or I'll say a payload that I will generate using my on Kali Linux using a tool. And then after replacing it with the Fitbit that's already exists over there, I will try to get access, either start the service, restart the service, or as in the saying, it says upon service restart or system reboot, the malicious code will be run with the eliminated privileges. That's what it's supposed to be. I know we are already short on time, so probably I'm not gonna show you exactly like how it's being done, but I will follow the steps all the way, one after the other, and then you folks can continue from there. Now we have Fitbit Connect over here. Let's see what's inside Fitbit Connect. So we don't have access to it. Okay. What I can do, ls LA dir all. Okay, so Fitbit Connect, free FTPD. Let's see, we have access to this. Yeah, we have access to this. That's good. Okay, so maybe we can exchange the service of free FTPD service.exe. So we can use our Linux now, back to Linux. So there's a tool, MSF Venom. It's a part of the Metasploit framework that can be used to create different number of payloads. They can generate the payloads. Now using that generated payload, we can transfer it to our target machine, that's the Windows machine. And then when we restart it, we should get the access as explained or as we expected it. So MSF Venom, now we have to provide our L host. That's our config. Oh, it's already there. So copy. And let's give this time a different port number. And I have to also generate one. So I will give here are now, for now, we have to provide up the payload. There are so many payloads that are available, which can be used. Like there are Windows shell reverse TCP, Windows shell _ reverse TCP. So some are like stage, some are stageless. So here we're gonna use a payload which will give us the reverse shell by one second, I can just close this one, which will give us the shell when we change the service over here. So going into my second, where the chat. Some questions anyone has for now? What's the command for the listener? What is Fitbit Connect directory? Yeah, so Fitbit Connect directory, it's a service that's running inside of Fitbit, and our expert says, one of the expert and expert DB says it can be exploited, but because we do not have access to it, it seems like it's not exploitable. But what we have access to is free FTPD. So I'm not trying to change this free FTPD service.exe to get the shell. That's what my next step is. That's an answer question. Okay, cool. Let's go. So where is my shell? Windows shell reverse TCP host 1990. That's fine. L port is fine. What else do I need? L host, L port, and now I need to give the file name. Now, because this is freeftpd service.exe, I have to provide an output. Like I'll say the output format is exe, and my output name will be same to this because that's what I want my file to be. So copy selection over here, paste it. Oh, I missed something. I'll host maybe. Oh, I missed the equal to sign. My bad. Okay. I have time. Let me just see if I have time over. So if you see like there's like time is less, like it says an hour, you can just add time from here. And similarly, you can add time from here as well. So it will increase the time. Okay, so I have my free FTP service executable here. That's a payload. That should be the L port. That's the listening port is 1990, and the L host is this IP. Now, payload is this. That's fine. Everything is good. Now, the next task is I have to transfer this file from here to my Windows machine. So what I can do is I can just start a server over here using Python, simple HTTP server, and give it like 8080, I guess. I can use 8080, or I can use 80 as well. And here now, there are so many commands that can be used to transfer the file from Linux to Windows, but the one that's most common and can be easily used is PowerShell. So similarly, you can just go PowerShell transfer, or let's just do like Linux to Windows transfer one-liners. All the ways to file transfer. There you can find anything, a lot of things around over there. The one-liners, basic cheat sheet that can be used. Now I have the PowerShell one that I usually use in my notes. I'm going to just pick it up from there. Copy. Okay. And when I go over here, I need to change it a little bit. So what I will do, this is the command. It's like PowerShell, it invoke web request, it copies from the attacker's IP and pastes it over here. So my IP over here is 10.50. It's already there, 10.50.4.106. Port is 80, so I do not need this. But I'm gonna copy this from here, copy this, paste over here, and then I have to paste. Now, before doing this change, what I will do is in my Windows machine, I'll create a backup of this file. So I'll do like rename, that works. Rename or move. I'll just give it a name like back. Oh, access denied. So if I do like move, this dot back. Oh, access denied again. What else I can do? I can just try copying it over here directly. Or wait, I can do is instead of here, I can go into my users because I will have permissions to write over there. dir cd, I can do either public dir, and yeah, I can paste it into this. So copy, hit enter. It should, oops, do I have to hit enter? HTTP free FTP service, PowerShell out file, PowerShell free FTP service.exe. Okay. PowerShell. Oh, we have already hit time 30, Colleen.
Yes, we're about at time, but if you want to keep going, it's totally fine.
I'll just like transfer the file, and then it's just straightforward over here. So for sure we cannot cover everything in this time frame. So I just don't want to take over time right now. It's already like past 30. We have already taken 2 hours slot for today. So the steps, I can just share out the steps over there, and then you folks can continue and do it, or you can just send the set messages or reach out to us. And then when we put the flag over there, we can know it, how many of you were able to do it. So the steps will be similar. You just have to use the file. Okay, so here it's going now. As you can see, it took a little bit of time to connect to it. And now I should have the file over here, dir. So that's the file I just executed. It gave me 2exe because I put it accidentally, so I can rename it. Rename this, oops, not the complete file. Rename, paste. And I'll, oops, 1 second. .exe and then paste. And then this. So this will rename the file to the exact file that we have in the free FTPD service.exe. Now the next step that you have to do is just replace this file with the file that already exists over there. Once you're done with it, you have to just restart the machine. You can either do it by like shutdown. I will not hit it because it will shut down my machine. Like you can do it like shutdown -R. That's what's the command for Windows. And do not forget to start your listener. So if you remember in the MSF Venom, we started the L port on 1990. So we have to like do netcat -lvnp 1990, the similar way that we did for the first shell. So for the first shell, we ran 8888 because that was what inside our exploit. Now we have created a new MSF Venom payload that's on 1990. So I will start a listen over here. Once I replace the file, hit the shutdown, and I'll get the shell. That's like the next 3 steps that's left. So everything else that we have covered is just similar. How to do the previous calculation. Just follow all these steps because it's recorded. You can just remember what the next 3 steps that I've said, and when you will do it, you will get the shell. If you got stuck anywhere, you feel you do not get it, like how it's done, you can just reach out anytime. Think we can stop over there here then.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks so much, Puneet. This has been
Sure.
so awesome. Thank you to everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the heist. So you will have access to this lab through Saturday until 5 p.m. Central Time. And the recording will be sent out via email and then also posted on our blog on our website later today. And then Puneet, do you want to just repeat where everyone can reach you?
Yeah, sure. It's in the Cyberlab. And if you go in the welcome about the speaker, you can get my LinkedIn and email as well. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not on Twitter that much. And I think that's the best way that you can reach me.
Perfect. And then everyone can also join our free Slack channel as well to continue networking within the EvolveSec community. And as a reminder, our next OSCP Bootcamp will begin on August 16th, and we are now taking applications so you can apply on our website. And with that, thank you to everyone. Thank you again, Puneet, and have a great rest of your day.
For sure. Thank you, everyone. Bye.